Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
What's happening, folks? Welcome to episode 45 of Talk Smart with
PUGH
and McCart. That is Young Joe Pugh, and I'm Andrew McCart Joe Pugh. Let's talk boxing, because that's what we do, that's what we enjoy. But just see your pitch levels and your volume levels, bring them down, because this year, you're deafening me, son. I know you're excited. You're an excitable young man, and you're a great talker. That's what we love about you. Just let it flow nicely. Okay?
I'm sorry.
A little bit up. A little bit up.
Listen, I'm going to start.
Listen, like David
even
did.
if I start quiet, by about 5 minutes in, we'll be up here again. So
I feel like when I'm David Diamante doing a sound check. Up, 2 levels, down,
do you think
That's what
do you reckon anyone actually ever touches
No,
that?
I don't think so. No. Yeah, I'm away to Saudi Arabia. Little preview. So I'm away to Saudi Arabia today when this goes out on Sunday. The 5v5, right? Now, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, and I try and look at who wins, and I'm keeping it, and I'm like, right, there's 2 points there, there's 1 point there, I think that's what's going to happen. I think that if Wilder and Jiang, right, is the last fight of that 5v5, that's what it's going to come down to. That fight right there will determine the winner of this 5v5. I think Dick Ball, Ray Ford, great fight. Hutchison, Richards, great fight. Hrgovic, Dubois, great fight. Do you know what I mean? Shiraz and Williams, great fight. But I think that the decider is going to be that last fight in Wilder and Jiang. So what I'm going to ask you, Joe, is we're going to go through the fights. We'll start with Willie Hutchison and Craig Richards. We spoke about the last podcast there when we were talking about Josh Taylor. That's probably not the biggest of the 5. But it's still a great fight that could headline a Copper Box or a York Hall here in the UK.
Yeah, look, it's time to get rowdy in Saudi once again. And this time it's more than world titles. This time it's about the pride of 2 of the biggest boxing promotional companies in the world. And they've picked their 5 fighters. We know the format, so let's start with, as we said, probably the lowest profile, but nevertheless, a great 50-50 fight between Willie Hutchinson, who since he's moved up in weight, he took that loss, he's moved up in weight, new trainer, he's left Dominic Ingle, looking good. Looking like the Hutch train we know he is.
The Hutch train.
And now, similarly, moving trainers very recently, Craig Richards, he's joined Shane McGuigan, and he was with Peter and Tony Sims for a very, very long time. So this switch up is very new, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that translates. He's only had 1 fight, and that was against your pal, Boris Crichton.
Yep, Boris
is that
Crichton.
right?
Shout out, Boris.
So yeah, 50-50, and another one where you look and go, okay, the winner of this fight can go far. Because you look at this light heavyweight landscape and it's all sewn up by Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev. It was meant to happen on this card.
But the domestic fighters right now, when Boatsi and Yard, do you know what I mean? These guys and Dan Aziz and Ben Whitaker.
But there'll be a world title in the mix soon.
Oh, 100%.
Because
definitely.
they'll fragment. The belts will fragment after the unification fight. Hopefully we get it by the end of the year. As we said, meant to have it on this very card. But
which I'm gutted about, because as Matt Lenihan, who's still here, believe it or not, the legend that is Matt Lenihan, we're both Bivol fans, right? We both love...
And I'm the Beterbiev man.
What did I say? Oh, you're the... Oh, right.
Yeah.
I thought I said his name wrong there.
No,
you are the Beterbiev.
He's a friend.
He's a friend of ours. Yeah, Bivol's a friend of ours.
I can't say that about Beterbiev. Hello, Arthur.
Yeah, I'm gutted about that fight, but like you said, the landscape of this heavyweight division. No, wait, the UK, when you look at the light heavyweight division upwards, the UK dominates the light heavyweight division, cruiserweight divisions, and the heavyweight divisions in terms of fighters. I mean, the light heavyweight, we've got great light heavyweights in the UK. We've got great cruiserweights here in the UK. So the light heavyweight division, like you said, Willie Hutchison and Craig Richards, whoever wins that fight can propel themselves in that mix when you want to talk about Boatsis and Yards and who's going to get that vacant title shot if they do become fragmented when Bivol and Beterbiev do fight. Do you know what I mean? This fight is a lot riding on it as well. Now, for me, Willie Hutchison, I know him very, very well. He's obviously a countryman of mine, and us jocks, we are biased because that's just the way it is. That is just the way it is. And I do apologise for that. No, I don't really. But I think Willie. A lot of people got to remember that Willie Hutchison is one of our only. I think he's our only world amateur champion, albeit it was junior. He's still a junior world amateur champion.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So he's got that pedigree behind him. Now he does have that one knockout loss.
He's still young, isn't he?
He's still young. He's only 25, 26,
That's
I believe.
mad.
Yeah. So
he looks so much older. No offence, Willie.
no, but listen, I look older. I'm 25. Look how old I look. Do you know what I mean? It's just the lifestyle in Scotland. The weather, it beats us down, makes us look old. This is a weather-beaten face. This has nothing to do with me being old. It's just the weather just beats us down.
Mate, if you're 25, I'm still in my dad's nutsack.
Fuck, you do look like a sperm, mate, with that face, I'm telling you. But no, what? You've just thrown me off. What fight are we talking
We're
about?
talking about Hutchinson Richards.
Hutchison Richards. Spider is Spider. We know what we get with Spider.
Like a
Great fighter. With a great trainer in Shane McGuigan. Shane McGuigan's track record speaks for itself. But yeah, great fight to probably. I think that might even kickstart the card. I think that fight, and one I'm very much looking forward to because, like I said to you, it's a 50-50 fight with two great fighters that could headline a card here in the UK if it was here in the UK.
Yeah, we probably should have spoke about this before, but are we doing predictions?
Nah, I think we're a sit on the fence type of people, are we not?
Well, it's up to you. I can predict if you want me to predict.
Go on, predict.
No, if I'm putting my neck on the line, your neck's going on the line, mate.
Well, I'll put my neck on the line.
Are we doing predictions?
Yeah.
Okay, you're covering the fight.
nah. You can do predictions because you're not coming. No, but who? Maybe Matt Lennon can predict for us then.
Not a chance.
No.
Not a chance.
Dimitri, right.
Right, come on, let's get back on track.
Let's get back on track. Craig Richards, or who are you going for?
I am going for the fans, because the fans will win on June 1st with this 5v5. No, we cover it. We're too close to the fighters. We can't really predict. But at the end, we'll say who we think wins, Hearn or Warren.
Yes. Okay.
So in our heads,
yes.
In our heads, yeah.
Right, okay. Talk to me about Hamza Shiraz and Amel Williams.
Many people's fight of the night. A real 50-50. The Brit, who's moved up to 160 after not his best performance against Bradley Skeet and has looked unstoppable, has just stopped Liam Williams in a round. And I'm going to put my neck on the line here and say this is probably the top 3 jabs in world boxing. Hamza Shiraz, absolutely unbelievable. Since he's gone over to the States, he's packed up tools, and this is a new Hamza Shiraz, and he could be a superstar. But on the other hand, you've got the superstar that hasn't been crowned yet. For the past, 5-6 years, Amo Austin Williams. Remember that name. I remember when he got brought over here, in London, he fought on the Pro Grade A undercard when he was about 2-3 a row. I remember he was flirting with the ring girls. What a character. And now this is make or break for both of them. They're not prospects anymore, they're contenders. And now the winner goes on to see the riches of the middleweight division. And the loser...
division is wide open. A division is wide open.
Someone's got to take it by the...
scruff of the neck.
Exactly. I was going to say something else.
Right, so have you got your win on your head on that one?
I have.
Okay.
I have.
Okay, right.
And I don't think that goes the distance.
Oh, teasing us, are you?
Yeah.
All right, nice.
I'm not the first person to call me a tease, Andrew.
See, disturbing little man. Right, so we're going to go with Nick Ball, a fighter that Eddie Hearn's a fan of, a fighter that I'm a fan of, against Ray Ford. I was at Ray Ford's second fight in Nottingham. He fought in a Lee Wood undercard. Then I was in New York for one of his fights. Then I was in Arizona for one of his fights. I followed Ray Ford closely. He was in a great fight. He's a southpaw, by the way. That sort of American slick style. Job, and he's got that style. But as he's shown against Kolmatov in his last fight, if he wants to get down and dirty, he'll get down and dirty. Which, again, I think Nick Ball can drag you into that. With the way he fights, when he just lunges in with that big looping left hook. Nick Ball can drag you into a fight where you need to dig down deep. Ray Vargas found out. Do you know what I mean? Ray Vargas found out the hard way. Do you know what I mean? Because Nick Ball is a tough, and the Wrecking Ball nickname. Some nicknames don't suit people.
Should it be unification?
Yes, I think so. I think now, again, looking at the fight, I think I was doing interviews. I was there in Saudi when Nick Ball fought Ray Vargas. I think I was doing interviews. I think I went back to ringside to watch the fight maybe around 5 or 6. Now, when you got the was it 2 knockdowns? Did he get? You got 2 knockdowns right against Ray Vargas, but then you're almost thinking to yourself, the pressure that Nick Ball was putting on him. I can't quite remember Vargas landing any clean shots. I can remember Nick Ball landing clean shots. Now, I don't score the fights. If I'm going by the eye test, Nick Ball won the last 6 rounds that I saw. Now, watching from my home when I got back, I'm probably comfortable in saying that Nick Ball should have won that fight. And it should be a unification, which is, it doesn't really put a damper on this, but it probably fires up Nick Ball. I know it was a split draw, wasn't it? It was a split draw.
It was a split draw.
Yeah. So you're like, it probably is going to fire Nick Ball up because now he's got a second bite at the cherry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ray Ford, there's talk about him moving up in weight. Do you know what I mean? Could that play a factor? Is this weight still comfortable for him? This is going to be a great, great fight. I think that we're going to see it ignite in certain parts of the round when Nick Ball maybe get on top, sit on his chest, landing big overhand left hands and right hooks and whatnot. But again, Ray Ford's got that slick American style that we're all used to with like the Shakur Stevensons and the Javante Davises and the Devin Haney's and the Caleb Plant. They've got that slick American style, if you know what I'm talking about. And it's going to be a great, great fight. Now, have you got your winner on this one? Can you pick a winner on this one?
I can, and I don't think he's going the distance again. But just to
It's
go
going to be an
off,
early night, man.
yeah, just to go off on a little tangent from what you said about you seeing Ray Ford in Nottingham, and I think he fought at Reece Bellotti at Fight Camp.
Yeah.
I love that when Matchroom they bring over these young
'Cause now we know who they are.
Americans. Now we know who they are. Ammo Williams, Ray Ford. These guys, I don't really know where they've gone, but Ofer Jones III, I remember. Nikita Ababe, White Chocolate. He looked like a superstar. I'm not really sure where he's going. Khalil Cole. It weren't so long ago, we brought Diego Pacheco over to fight Cullen in Liverpool.
He's fighting in LA. He's fighting in LA in June, I think. Is he? Diego Pacheco's headlining in LA in June.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But from Liverpool to LA, I absolutely love it. Yeah, so more of that, please. Let's bring the global prospects and show them what a cold night in Leeds is, Andy?
Yeah, but hey, what? It's not. It's absolutely. My wife's at the caravan right now, and it's lashing down. At least it's dry here in Leeds. So you know what I mean. You can at least wear a t-shirt out tonight. So it's not too bad
I've
here
got
in Leeds.
shorts on.
You got shorts on. I'm glad you're hiding those legs, though. I really am. God, this camera can't see these legs.
I think legs are my best asset, to be honest, mate.
Definitely not. Definitely not. No. Maybe your thumb. Your thumb might. One of your thumbs is your best asset.
Okay.
Right, you got your winner on this one?
Yeah, I have, and I think it's going to be a good fight, a really good fight, this one, I think. Weight might play an issue in this because Ray Ford's been very, very open that he can't stay at featherweight for long. This will probably be his last fight. So if you can still make it comfortably, that will play a big, big factor on this fight. But once again, I don't think it goes the distance.
Interesting. Right, so it'll be interesting, definitely. What is that again? It's 1 point for a win, 2 points for a knockout, yeah?
Double for the captain.
Double for the captains, right, okay. Now we're going to go to the heavyweights. Dubois versus Hrgovic. A lot of people might look at Hrgovic and say blown out Mark Demore in a round, but then you go to his other two fights against Jiang and Sean
Dempsey
McKean, yep. You're probably looking at them two performances, and in the 1 round blowout of Mark Demore, you're probably thinking, where is Hrgovic? Where is he right now? He's the El Animal, but he's had two subpar performances against Jiang and Dempsey McKean before that, and then that 1 round blowout against Mark Demore, who was probably put in there to become who was there as an opponent to get beat, really, let's be honest. So you can't really judge now Hrgovic on his last 3 fights. Do you know what I mean? Because he was subpar, but then you look at Daniel Dubois, who gave Usyk a good fight up until the low blow, if you want to call it a low blow, but we won't go there. That was a podcast that we'd done a good few months ago when we discussed it. Joe, you're making me feel tiny, man.
Okay,
Let me sit up a little bit.
Sorry.
Let me sit up a bit.
Come on,
Right.
Poke that chest out, mate.
Nah, mate. You're really. This is really such a small chair. You're really you're on top of me, which is hard. Making me. I find you know what I mean. I just feel
no context.
I feel no context on. Yeah. So I think you can't judge it, but Dubois. You know what? He gave Usyk a good fight. Now people are going about these quit remarks, and he's done it again against Usyk. But I tell you what, that Jarrell Miller fight was grueling for Dubois. I was there, and it was a tough fight for him. With somebody that weighs close to 5 stone heavier than you. Do you know what I mean? And he's sitting on your chest. You can see it at times. He was tired. He was blowing, but he's dug it deep. And in the 12th round, he got Jarrell Miller out of there. Do you know what I mean? So then he's shown everybody in the boxing world that he can dig deep. Do you know what I mean? He had the point to prove to everybody that was calling him a quitter, right? And he proved them wrong, and he got in there and dug out a solid win against a guy who's 5 stone, 4 stone heavier, whatever it was, heavier than him, which was, he's going to be on a high. He's going to be buzzing. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, that carrot that's dangled in front of you, that IBF world title, Joshua. Do you know what I mean? That's what's next for Dubois. I know fighters don't look past, but they are human beings. You're not going to just look at Hrgovic. You think, if I beat Hrgovic, man, I'm going to be fight for a world title against Anthony Joshua. I mean, if that doesn't get you up in the morning, I don't know what would.
Yeah, look, you asked where Hrgovic is. I'll tell you where he is. He's on my favourite fight of the card. I absolutely love this. Hrgovic Dubois, and they're both on the cusp of winning a world title. It may even be for the IBF world title. It's looking a bit unlikely now. Time is ticking.
And the U6 team has written to the IBF, by the way.
Okay.
For an extension.
Okay, so we'll see how that plays out. But worst case scenario, the winner will be fighting for that IBF title on Wembley 21st against Anthony Joshua. And I love it because it's intriguing. As you say, we don't really know where Hrgovic is at. El Animal is a monster. That's what we get told, him coming up. But now, after his performances, the Jiang. But Jiang, I still say, is probably the best heavyweight in the world for the first 4 rounds. That's what I say. He's a great heavyweight. And then you go to Dempsey McKean. Dempsey McKean was training under Tony Sims, and he's no mug. He's a good, solid Australian heavyweight, and I'm sure he'll be back again. And then obviously Mark Demory's Mark Demory, just a tin pot at this point. Let's be real. And Daniel Dubois, what a story! Daniel Dubois, he's come up as one of the biggest and brightest prospects in the heavyweight division we've had since Anthony Joshua. He absolutely goes through.
And he can hit.
He can.
Every single person I've spoke to that sparred Daniel Dubois or fought Daniel Dubois have said that young man can pop.
He went through Nathan Gorman like a knife through butter on a summer's day, and that was the start.
Tell you what, that's a good analogy there.
Thank you, mate.
You're welcome.
And then it come to Joe Joyce. We talk about jabs for the Hamza Shiraz, Amo Williams fight. That jab from Joe Joyce that night will go down in history, and it broke Daniel Dubois. And then he's done the rebuild. And then he has the fight against Alexander Usyk. And let's have it right, he done better than most people thought he would.
But better than most fighters.
Yeah, but there's always been that question mark. Does he quit? Has he got the cojones to live in the titans of the heavyweights? And he answered that question against Jarrell Miller. He dug deep. Things got tough in there for him. And I think that could be the deciding factor in that fight. Because he's had that. He's had that test. He's overcome some demons. I think there's some demons up there that he overcome that night in Saudi Arabia. And I'm going to say it now. I think he can knock out Filip Hrgovic.
I think anyway. But the thing is that I agree with you that, right? But again, Filip Hrgovic can knock out Daniel Dubois. Do you know what I mean? The heavyweight division is just one. Again, everyone says it takes one punch from these big men. It just needs to land flush. Do you know what I mean? They're big, 18 stone plus men. So I think Daniel Dubois can knock out Hrgovic because, like I said, we don't know what Hrgovic is. His last 3 fights, what we going on? Do you know what I mean? I don't know who he fought before Jiang, but we've got to go a long way back before we had a very, very tough, grueling fight where he was the animal that we know he is. But yeah, a great heavyweight fight. I love heavyweight fights, and it's one of them fights I'm excited to. And Daniel Dubois, for the British boxing fan, you're almost thinking Daniel Dubois do it because then we get an all-British showdown for the world title at Wembley in September. But we can't count our chickens before they hatch, as they say, because we've done that. This heavyweight landscape in Saudi Arabia, every time there's a heavyweight fight in Saudi Arabia, the landscape changes.
Yeah.
In our heads, we're looking, we know what's happening here. Yeah. It's all planned out. Tyson Fury will fight Joshua, but then it just all seems to change.
Well, it was meant to be Wilder Joshua.
Exactly. So
and then we ended up getting Ngannou. We ended up getting the UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
Crazy. That's what we love
Absolutely
boxing,
crazy.
Joe. But listen, have you got a winner for this one? And if you're going to tell me it's not going to go the distance, isn't you?
It's not going to go the distance. It's going to be a short night. Jesus Christ, they might have to lower the pay-per-view right here. But yeah,
have you got a winner?
Yes, I have got a winner. And I do think we all want an all-British heavyweight title from a very, very selfish point of view for September, but there is a 6-foot-something Croatian beast in the way of that. And let's not forget, he said he'll retire if he loses. He will retire
pressure
if
on
he
himself.
loses. That's pressure to the
pressure.
next level, and that just shows his confidence, because they have sparred a long time ago, and
Sparring.
Filip Hrgovic is confident from that. But for sparring is sparring. It shouldn't be brought up.
But, right, the fight I'm looking forward to, it is a powerhouse.
You've said that for every fight.
But every fight I'm looking forward to.
Exactly. So we're just looking forward to the whole fight.
Yeah, every fight I'm looking forward to. So a fight that I'm looking forward to is just a generic phrase when I can't wait to see a fight. So when I say that, I'm looking forward to the fight that is coming up. I'm about to say out my mouth. So the fight I'm looking forward to is Jiang versus Wilder. Now, I've seen Wilder. He looks ready. He looks bang on it. And if you're going through the snippets of pad work we're seeing with Malik Scott, we're seeing that right hand, straight right hand down the pipe, and against a southpaw, any southpaw against any orthodox fighter, the backhand works. That's even for a southpaw, the backhand from a southpaw, the backhand from an orthodox fighter, it just goes straight down the pipe, all right? Because the lead hands are on top of each other, right? Now, Jiang doesn't move his head as much, right? He's quite rigid, up tall. Wilder's probably got the best hand in the history of heavyweight boxing, right? A lot of people have said that, right? And if he lands that flush on Zhilei Zhang, it can be an early night. However, Zhilei Zhang is going to be enormous compared to Wilder in terms of weight. Wilder,
Like me and you, mate.
Like me and you, mate. Like there's, but the thing is, I'm small. I can still, I would jab the lips clean off you. Then I'll come over with the right hand over the top and put you to sleep. I'll tuck you in that little bed over there, right, and wish you good night. That's how dangerous I am when it comes to me and you. But then we're not going to go there.
I don't
Right?
doubt
I've just gave you some pad work there.
Look, I'm a lover,
You're-
not a
you're a
fighter,
southpaw.
people. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
And he's a southpaw as well, so he's dangerous.
I am a southpaw.
Dangerous.
So it could be Jiang v Wilder, literally.
Literally, I am Wilder.
Yeah, and I'm Jiang.
Okay.
Big bang, baby.
Big bang.
Get me that.
Bomb
Chinese-
squad!
Whoa.
Anyway.
Cringy dad moment. Cringy dad
Yeah, well,
moment.
that's what happens when you got 3 kids. You're a cringy dad. Right, where was I? Right, the backhand from Wilder, if it lands flush, right, it could be, he can knock out Jiang, but then Jiang has shown that he might have slow feet, he might have next to no head movement, but he has got rapid, fast hands for a heavyweight from that southpaw stance, whether it be the jab, the backhand, and the right hook. That backhand, right hook, the right hook, backhand, that little 2-punch combination he throws it at speed,
Yeah.
and he throws it with venom.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a fight that intrigues me, and it might be a case of whoever lands first.
Yeah, it will be. As I said earlier on in this podcast, for the first 4 rounds, I think Jiang is as dangerous as any heavyweight fighter, but there's always question marks over his gas tank. Let's not forget he dropped Joseph Parker twice in the last fight, and he just couldn't maintain that level of pressure. And at the minute, there's massive question marks over Deontay Wilder. Like, since the Fury fight, he had that 1-round knockover against Robert Helenius, and then he was inactive, and then Joe Parker stuck it on him, and then he's got the key. But Joe Parker stuck it on him for 12 rounds. Zhilei Zhang, love him or hate him, we're not going to be able to apply the pressure like Joe Parker. But this is another reason I love Zhilei Zhang, because he has got the slowest feet in the world. I've probably got faster
No, you
feet than
haven't.
him. I probably
No,
have.
you haven't.
I probably have. But
You're not.
he's got
I've seen
the
you move, mate. I've
fastest
seen-
hands
I-
in the
I've
world.
seen you run for the lift this morning, and it was...
You see me run to Nando's.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that was quick. That was quick. Yeah, well, you know what? You probably proved me wrong there. Well done.
But he's got the fastest hands.
He's got
Back
the
to
fast-
that.
he's got
And I
fast
love
hands.
that. So, them combos, if they land, it could be good night Vienna for Deontay Wilder and Deontay Wilder's career, because Deontay Wilder's career
If he loses
is
this
on
year,
the
yeah,
line.
yeah, definitely.
Massively on the
You got to
line.
remember, these two guys are 38 and 40 years old.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So,
Almost your age.
I'm older than the two.
I know.
I'm older than them. You know what I mean? Again, weather in Scotland, it beats you down. Yeah, so have you got your winner on this one?
You know what? I don't know. I think this is
Not
the
going
one.
the distance.
This is the one. No, this one is not going the distance. Jesus Christ, this one isn't. But I just... This is, for me, is the closest one. The one I find toughest to call.
Right, but you've got to call it because you're going to have to pick a winner because we're going to We're going to calculate in our heads who we think wins
Yep,
between.
I've
Then
got
I'm
it.
going to do a countdown: 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to say Warren or
All
Hearn.
right, I need to do maths.
Right, I'm going to do maths right now. So, Matt, do you want to take over and talk to the audience while we do this? Right. So,
No.
what's the countdown fucking tune? Right. So I've got a point for the winner, 2 points for a knockout. Right. So.
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ, it's
Right.
only
You
5
ready?
fights.
You ready?
What, just one name?
Out. 3, 2, 1. Give me a name. Warren or Hearn. Ready?
Are we saying it at the same time?
Say it at the same time to
Okay.
see if we got the same one. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Hearn.
Hearn.
Hey!
There we go. Eddie, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Frank, there's always September.
Yeah, and let's have it right. Frank's already got one up, hasn't
He's
he?
one up, but listen,
Yeah, with
listen.
Anto Kakachi beating Joe Cordina last
But there's
week.
another Chef Clark
Yeah,
versus...
tomorrow it could be 2-0 or
Well,
1-0.
this is going out after tomorrow, so...
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, so
yeah,
it could
sorry.
be 1-0. We don't know. This
Sorry.
is going out
Then
after...
Shabazz Masood versus Liam Davies. Fights being made left, right and centre, and we love it.
Let's have it. Right, listen, guys, you know what to do. YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, all major podcast platforms. Get in, get involved. Leave us a comment, engage with us, and we'll see you in the next one. Joe, you got anything like to add?
Enjoy Saudi Arabia.
Thank you, Bosh.
Wall Street Memes Casino
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.